Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and today I am here to set up my monthly budget. So, I am going to try to get back into budget planning, at least on video. I have been budgeting. I like to have a regular budget, a regular monthly budget that I use, but I haven't recorded a budget video in a very long time. So, I'm going to try to record a video, actually, a couple of videos related to my budget for September. The reason for that is because I am switching to something a little bit different. I feel like, for me at least, my budget stays fairly consistent, so there's not really anything that changes about my budget, but the layout and how I adapt my budget to different layouts is kind of why I'm here. I'm not really a budgeting channel or a cash stuffing or a cash envelope channel. I've done those videos in the past, but really I'm here to be a planner channel, and so I want to show you how I'm going to be setting up my budget in a brand new layout to me. Today I'm going to be doing my monthly budget. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. What I have here is my setup. I put this together in a previous video. I don't think you can see that because the way I've had to change my recording setup, and so it's like my camera is very low, but I've got my budget set up here. It is this tiny florals planner that I got on clearance a while back. It is right now about to be like the last 4 months of this planner, so it's an older 18-month planner from last year's release, 2023, and so it's now in the last 4 months of 2024, and so this planner will end December 2024. It is a very cute planner, lots of fun things in here that I just kind of stuck in here. I'm not going to flip through all of it. I did mention in a previous video that, or like in the video where I set up this planner, that I needed to move a couple of pages over. And so I have done that. I've moved these pages over, and I actually need to grab these pages out so that way I can use them. These are like my monthly, like yearly overview pages, some expense trackers, and some monthly budget pages, and so I need this just as reference points for myself to know what my budget is. I'll just show you very quickly. This is essentially what my budget looks like, and so I have again not changed my budget amounts. I guess I'll show you that again to you. Like, it's stayed the same, but I need to know what my categories are. And so again, this is going to be me DIYing it. Let me prop this up so I can see it. All right, and we're going to get into it. So I've got September here. Now, one thing about the way that I kind of Frankenplan things together is that, as you know, if you're a happy planner, there's a page that, let me flip to October. There's a page that is for October, but it's attached to the September pages. And so this currently page is for October, but it's attached to September, and I just don't like that. And I think what I'm going to do is, the way I like to do it is just basically be able to take the tab and everything behind the tab and have it be for the same month. And so what I'm going to do is take this currently page, which is currently for October, I'm going to change it to my September monthly budget. Then going here, I'll do this for October. This will be for November instead of December. And then for December, which is a notes page, it doesn't need to be undated or redated or like changed the month. I'll just use this as the budget page. So that is my plan. And so what I'm going to do is actually put my budget right here on this page. And I'm going to convert this to my monthly budget. Okay, so again, this is my very first time doing this adaptation, so it's going to be a little bit of trial and error, I think, but I know for sure that I wanted to use this page. I didn't want to like have to pull a different page in. So the first thing I'm going to do is to go ahead and wipe this part out, the October part, and I'm just going to put a different month in here. I went ahead and pulled out some random stickers that I had in my stash, and this one has a September right there. I'm just going to use it, not worried too much about making it match or be prettier or anything like that, although I am going to make it pretty. I'm gonna make it pretty, so I'm gonna put the September like that. All right, that's good to go. And so now it is a September monthly page instead of an October monthly page. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is, let me go over here. Let me count how many categories I have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Daycare I stopped using. So there are 12 categories. And for the most part, they're fairly standard categories. So I went ahead and pulled out some random budget stickers. And let's see what we can come up with here. All right, see, these are weekly. These are weekly as well. All right, so these are like, you can see here, blank monthly ones. And so this one, it says personal, food, medical. Those are 3 of my categories. And it has it listed, you can see here, grocery, on the run, restaurants, farmers market for the food one. For personal, it says entertainment, clothing, cosmetics, personal care, miscellaneous. And then for medical, it says insurance, doctor, hospital, prescriptions. And so those are really good ones. I've clearly used 2 of them, but this one says charity and it says tithes, giving, donations, and then there are 2 blank lines. Right, then this one is housing. So it says rent, mortgage, taxes, insurance, maintenance, repairs, and then auto. That says car payment, car insurance, gasoline, maintenance, license, and then the last one is utilities. So electric, gas, garbage, sewer, internet cable, phone, and so that is how it goes. Now for me personally, I like using the categories themselves, but I do not at all, there's really not anything I would use in here. I do not break it down to the specifics like that. So I only personally use like housing, and then just, in fact, I put housing and utilities together. So all, well, not repairs, or maintenance, but like our mortgage and all bills go together into one line item, and I just have a budget for that line item. So I don't worry about like separating it into like how much did I spend for utilities, how much did I spend for gas. I don't actually do that. So the budget was a good option, but not what I'm going to use. So I pulled out instead, let's look at here, it's colorful florals. I do want some headers, but I think what I'm going to do, let's see. I also pulled out this one. This video, again, is an experiment, so it might be kind of all over the place. And I might have to go get an actual budget book. These are my random budget stickers. Right, I'm looking for some with categories. Right, so let's take a look. Just start screaming at me if you see any categories in here. These all say kind of like bill due. Right, so some of these might work, like this kind of like food and things like that, but I want 12, right? I want 12 different icons. Okay, so let me go try to find a full-on sticker book, budget book, that I haven't broken apart yet. Okay, I am back. It actually took me way longer than I thought. I have way too many stickers. I did not find a budget sticker book right offhand, but I did find these icons. And so I'm just going to do my best to convert these to what I need, and just kind of go from there. So let's see. What I really want to be able to track on my budget, or the monthly budget, is stuff very similar to this. So this is from the Happy Planner. It's from the Household Extension Pack. It has a section for income, then it has month at a glance, and then this is kind of like a totals in and out, right? So incoming income, and then outgoing expenses, and then the remaining. So I'll kind of want those. And then of course it's all the categories. And so right here it has housing, and then it has amount, and then a check mark. But what I actually want is something a little bit more detailed. So I have a certain budget every single month. Again, it's kind of like listed right here, these dollar amounts. But I also like to do rollover amounts. And so I don't do like a zero cash, or like, I can't remember what the term, like where every dollar is assigned a dollar amount. I don't actually do that. I basically just work my budget to where I'm way under budget in terms of my income, and then I just make sure that I'm trying to stay close to my budget. But I do like to also have a budget that kind of rolls over, so any money that I didn't use in a previous month, I get to save or use for next month. It's not saving, but I just roll it into the budget for the next month. So for example, my food budget is $250, but if in the previous month I only spent $200, then for the next month I will get the $250 plus the additional $50 that I didn't spend from the previous month. So my budget would actually be $300. So hopefully that makes sense. So what I want here is to have a column that tells me my budgeted amount, the money or the amount that I started the month with. So like basically all rollover and things like that. And then I want a column that basically says how much I spent and how much is remaining in the budget at the end of the month. So hopefully that makes sense. So there are 4 columns again: my budget, what I rolled over at the beginning of the month, including the budget for that month, what I spent, and then what remains in that budget. So that way I can pull that into next month, and into that monthly budget. So that's kind of what I want to do. I'm wondering if, I really think I should just keep it on here, but I want to decorate it too, so it's kind of cute, you know? So we'll see. I spent all that time looking for icons, but now I don't know that I really need it. Let's see if I have some boxes. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 lines. I can absolutely use those, but I feel like I would need it to be matching, you know? All right, so let me just go and do some decor then, because I think I can keep it fairly simple and just kind of use this bottom half here for the things that I'm looking for. It doesn't have to be complicated, right? It doesn't have to be complicated. I'll use this top part just to journal a little bit. Let's see. Right. I've used most of the stickers in here. It's mostly functional at this point. All right, there's some cute ones right here. I like this one. It has a pop of color. Put this right here in this corner. All right, let's see. Let's keep going. Yeah, see, I love this, but I've like really used this down. All right, I'm just gonna use this one last one. It says, "I must have flowers, always and always." I'm just gonna stick it kind of right here. All right, that's from Claude Monet. I love that. Okay, I might fill it in some more. It kind of looks wonky right now to me. But, oh, I also found this sheet. Isn't that so cute? Of Stick Babes. I have not used my Stick Babes at all, so I'm just going to use this one. I like this one. So cute. My little money lady. Okay, so we're going to keep it simple. I think we're going to keep it simple. Again, I'm just trialing, experimenting with what I'm doing here. So let me grab my ruler and a pen and we will get started. Okay, so the first thing here is like there's this section, and actually I put the sticker here, but I've changed my mind because this would be the perfect place for me to do my income. All right, so I'm going to just put this in here. Kind of blend it in there. Okay, that should be okay. So I'm going to use this as my income. Let's see if I can find an income sticker. Like we'll do something like this one that says payday. We'll put payday. All right. I only have like basically my income and my husband's income. This budget is really my budget, and so this will be my income. And so I of course have my job and then a couple of side hustles so I just note those things here, and then the remainder will be my expenses. And so, like I said, I definitely want to avoid her because she's in the way, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is perfect. I need a line for my category, basically, right? Or a column for my category. So I'm just going to draw a line. Oops, let me actually draw the line down like that. All right, then I think, yeah, I don't need that much space. All right, so I need a column, just like I said, for the budgeted amount. I'm going to transfer these numbers over too so you can kind of see that. Then I need a column for the rollover amount, like the actual amount at the beginning of the month. Oops, do I need to go down? Yes, I need to go one more. These lines might be crooked, you guys, but like total DIY project here. Then I need a column for the spent, like how much I spent that month, and then of course the total. All right, so it's going to be, you know, like these and these will be subtracted from each other to get this total amount. All right, it's slightly off, not too bad though. Okay, so now I'm going to transfer everything over. So this is where I start writing. All right, so again, this will be income for all my income sources. Then this section will be budget. So here will be category. I'll go ahead and put this. All right, category. This will be budget. This will be actual at the beginning, right? This is ending. Oh, sorry, this is ending. Oh, shoot. All right, and this will be spent. So I'll put here beginning, right? Total trial and error, like I said. All right, so this is beginning. This will be spent. And that will be ending. Okay, that makes sense. So it makes sense to me, at least. Hopefully that made sense to you as I was explaining it. So let's go ahead and get in here. I'm only going to fill out these two sections because obviously spent and ending will be at the end of the month. And I don't actually know my beginning yet just because the month hasn't ended. So I do budget from the first of the month to the end of the month. And so I don't have yet all of my August numbers to be able to calculate the ending amount in order to get the rollover amount for September. So I need that number from August to calculate September. So hopefully that makes sense. All right. So first category here is bills. For me, bills are, like I said, my mortgage and all utilities, electricity, water, gas. I also put in bills, all of our like online subscriptions. So things like my Dropbox, Google Drive. And again, this is mostly my budget. So I don't calculate anything for my husband. It doesn't include like planner subscriptions, that's a separate category, but any like house or online subscriptions go in here. I don't have Prime anymore, but that would go in here. We do have Walmart Plus, that would go in here. Any like streaming services, we don't have any right this second, but like Hulu, Netflix, that would all go in here, right? So our budget for that, and again, this is just my portion of the budget. Of course, my husband makes money, but I am budgeting basically for my personal account as well as our joint account, and so that budget is $2,400. Then the next category is home. So home is home repairs and home maintenance. I did some work or some research looking to see what this dollar amount should be each month, and the recommendation is to save or set aside about 5%, I think, of your house's value. I don't know if that's correct. If there are other numbers, just let me know. But I put aside $750. We haven't had any major expenses, but definitely we do know that there are a couple of things coming up for our house that we need to repair. Our fence in the back is falling down. We probably need to re-roof at some point. So that all kind of gets saved over several years for that. All right, and then a couple of other things that are kind of like not the fun stuff, right? I have a car service. This is car repairs, tire, oil changes, that kind of thing. That is $125 each month. Hopefully my car doesn't break down because I don't feel like that's enough, but I have been saving in that category. And then the last one is car related. It's going to be my gas, and I have $150 because gas prices are ridiculous. Okay, so those are to me like the non-fun stuff, but you have to have those, right? Then it moves into, and this is just the order that I put it in. Then we move into just basically all like the personal type stuff. So first is food. For me, food covers everything. So it's going to cover groceries. It's any kind of meal kits that I purchase. It's all of my eating out or dining expenses, like snacks, things like that. All of that goes into food, and it's $250. And again, $250. We are a family of 4, but this is just my budgeted amount. My husband spends a ton on food, but that is not. I don't budget for that. The next one is personal. Personal is just all of my fun shopping. So like planner supplies, beauty items, just anything that I do for fun. Just like that doesn't go in any other category. It comes out of my personal account. And so I give myself $200 each month. Then Sophia has a monthly allowance that I give her. That's $20. Sometimes she does lose that money. She hasn't lately, but she can lose money from this amount for like bad behavior or, bad grades, things like that. All right, then the next category, gifts. This is every gift, right? So it's Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, any kind of holiday gifts, all the gifts, all right? Next is vacation. So any vacation money that we've got, that is $200 a month. And so that's planning, booking, vacation souvenirs, all of that goes into vacation. Next is kids. So kids, and the next one is education. But kids is, for me, any school-related or after-school programming. So any supplies that they need for that type of stuff, shoes, uniforms, like if they need books of any sort, that all goes in kids. I pay for Sophia's violin lessons from this category. It was initially also like daycare, so that was part of the $500, but we have since moved daycare to bills. That counts as part of like basically the subscriptions, I guess. It's in bills. And so I can definitely reduce this amount. 500 is a lot for non-daycare related expenses, I think. Okay, so that's there. Then we also have education. So education and kids kind of blends for me, but education is mostly my educational purposes. So it's for my professional development, any CEs that I need to get, also anything that's directly to the school. So not school supplies, but like if I'm paying, for example, for like PTO or a school event, that comes out of education, whereas things that, basically belong to the kids but are like school adjacent goes to kids. So that's just how I separate it. they can definitely be blended though. And then the last category is health. So these are all medical expenses. That's going to be, any copays, medications, anything health related. So sometimes I purchase like fun experimental not fun, but like things for you to try out, like, essential oils and things like that. That all comes out of health. And so, yeah, that's kind of where we are. Now, again, I can't calculate the beginning budget because this is what I budget for each month, but I might have extra money in August. And so that extra August money would be added here to my budget. So like if I have, for example, like I didn't spend anything in home, and so I had $750 from August, and I'm budgeting another $750 in home for September, then that would be $1,500 in this line item, right? So I need the August numbers in order to calculate this beginning, right? This spent is for what I spend in September, and then I would take this number, subtract this number, and get the ending number. And this ending number for September actually goes into October as part of this for October. Right, so that's just, again, how I do it. Actually, this looks beautiful. I think it looks beautiful. It's definitely like very stickery right here. But again, I'm putting income right here. It's basically my my income from work, that's pretty much it. But I do sometimes get money from YouTube or like some Amazon affiliate type stuff, and so I will put those things in here if I get them. I hardly ever get that though. I make maybe like $200 a month, not a month, a year, for those side hustles. But those go in here as well. And then now I've got all of my my bills and budgets and categories all set up, and I will, I think, take a break, but then the next video or a video upcoming will be setting up how I track my day-to-day expenses with these categories in my weekly planner. So that is all for this video. Straightforward, and actually I really like this, so I like how I adapted it. So I can see this really working well for me, and we'll see how it actually does work for me and if I need to make any tweaks for October. But in the meantime, if you have any questions, comments, please do leave them for me. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video, bye guys.